You need to watch this if you want to hope to survive what could be coming. You see, because Rishi's home emergency preparedness kit is pretty shit, so I've made my own. And I've even made you a free PDF to download on how to survive a nuclear apocalypse in your own house. So for this kit, I've scoured Amazon because some of the shit on TikTok Shop you can't really trust, but I might do another one for TikTok Shop, but it's all in Amazon. So go to the link on my page and it's in my bio here. And that'll take you to this page, and you need to go on prepping supplies, and a little drop down menu will drop down, and all the stuff that you're gonna need is all in there. So because I know not everyone can afford all the stuff that's going to be in a list, I'm going to start with the most important stuff for survival and nuclear apocalypse first. And the first thing on the list is this, potassium iodide. So this doesn't make you radiation proof, but it basically blocks radiation from binding to your thyroid gland and killing you. So any inhaled or ingested radiation, if you've got this stuff in your system first, can't bind to your body and kill you. And then next on the list, believe it or not, is duct tape, because if something does happen, you're gonna have to duct tape and seal all of the airways into your house. So anything that can let air from outside in needs to get duct taped. Doors, windows, air vents into your house, and wood burners, stuff like that. And the next is this plastic sheeting. So this is some good thick plastic sheeting. So if a nuke goes off and the shockwave blows your window out, you need to put this over the window and duct tape all around the outside. If you want to seal the room off, then you seal the door with this plastic sheeting. And yeah, anything that gets in your house, air-wise, needs to be sealed with a duct tape or this plastic. Then we've got bin liners, because if you get caught outside and you get radiation or fallout on your clothes, it needs to go in a bin liner, and then the bin liner gets tucked away outside. And then wash yourself down with soap and water. Don't scrub your skin, shampoo your hair nice and lightly, and clean your fingernails. But this is all in the PDF. All in the PDF. Now the immediate threats taken care of, which is the radiation. The next most important thing on the list is going to be water. This is a 210 litre water storage container. Each person in your house needs roughly 1.5 to 2 litres of water a day, and this is 210 litres, so that's roughly 4 people, 30 days-ish. Then you get water purification tablets, because that water could be sat there for a while gathering bacteria. So these tablets, basically one tablet purifies a litre of water. So you take the water out of the container into another container that's a litre, then you drop a tablet in it and it's purified. And then next on the list of priorities is going to be food. So food, this is long shelf life. This is the Duke of Edinburgh camping stuff, which is really, really good. It tastes nice. It's high in calories. You can get cheaper food on Amazon that's, more money for your calories, but it tastes like shit. This is the best tasting stuff that you can get in the UK, food-wise. And ideally, 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day per person. Check out how many calories in each one of these, and then you need to calculate, if you've got 4 people in your family, for 2,000 calories a day, how many packets of food do these are you going to need, and then basically buy enough to support you all for 3 weeks or so. You don't need it, happy days. If you need it, then it's there. Then you're going to need something to cook your food with, because you can't light a fire in a sealed house. So basically, this is a little camping stove with gas. You've got your water, which is in your container. You're going to have pots and pans in your house, and then you basically need to boil the food in a bag on this, yeah, and you're not going to carbon monoxide yourself. And then obviously some spare gas for the camping stove. You're going to need a lot of gas. And this little thing, so this is basically a little Bic lighter, but it requires no gas. It's got a fire striker down here that lights this, and you can use it to light your candles, use it to light your camping stove, but basically it's the ability to harness fire in your hand. So I have a few lighters as well, but definitely get one of these, because these are real useful, and they basically just work on these big wicks that basically last for ages. Also, these guys, Forest Fundamentals, are a partner of mine, so using my link, you get 10% off your order. So get all of your fire starting kit from these guys and get a 10% discount. Next on the list, I've got this. So I've got 2 of these in the list. One's cheaper with a smaller milliamp battery. But this is a very important thing, because you need to know what's going on in the outside world. And this has got AM and FM frequencies, but it's also got another important frequency called NOAA, NOAA, which is basically an emergency broadcasting and weather. So it'll tell you which direction the wind's blowing, the nuclear fallout's going to go, but more than likely the government is going to be communicating with people over that frequency. So your radio that you get has got to have the NOAA on it, which this one's got. These are also hand crank, they've got a light on them and they've got a battery that you charge up using the hand crank, or you can charge externally. The other one's 12,000 milliamp and this one's 8,000 milliamp, which will charge your devices a few times. Then we've got a light. Now you want a lantern, you don't want just a flashlight, because a flashlight only beams light in one direction, whereas a lantern illuminates all the way underneath it. And this cool little thing that I found on Amazon's got 2 flashlights built into it with their own little lanterns on them, so that's pretty cool. So this is one of the better ones that I'd seen, so definitely get a lantern. Then we're on tea lights, because you don't want to be using your flashlight all the time, you know. 4 hours sat in the dark is not a good idea with your flashlight on, because it's going to waste the battery, but tea lights are going to be good. You can repurpose the wax into something else, which is also beneficial, and they're not going to fall over and set fire to shit. And then we've got batteries, yeah, self-explanatory, 24 AA's and 24 AAA's for pretty cheap on Amazon, pretty sweet. Then we're on to the first aid kit. So this is a general all-purpose big first aid kit, which is good for a load of stuff, but you want to put paracetamol in there, Calpol for the kids, any of the medications that you might be on for your heart, blood pressure, anything else like that. Insulin, if you're insulin dependent, then you need to store it in a fridge, and I've got a cool little generator that can power a small fridge in here. But yeah, first aid kit, must have, and any medications all go in here, and this stays with you at all times. Then what good's first aid kit without the knowledge behind it, so I chucked a book in there, that's going to be pretty sweet. Then we've got some compressed towels. These are cool. They're basically hydrate into a big cloth, and they come in these little pills. These are a must-have for camping, but keeping yourself clean or using these for anything like dressing wounds or anything like that's going to be good. So get yourself some compressed towels. And now basically can get into the stuff that you don't really need but are very useful. So this is a multi-tool. It's got a knife on it, it's got a saw on it, it's got scissors, it's got pliers on it, and a little screwdriver set here. But it also takes these little saw blades, so you can store these saw blades, and you can cut steel with it and you can cut wood with it, which is going to be useful. And then I've got these, so I've got this one and a cheaper one, but these are going to be pretty useful. 288 watt hour portable power bank, so you can charge this thing up and it'll last a long time. And then you can also charge it with solar panels, which is also on the list, but it's also, this one's also got an outlet for any kind of appliances or USBs, or even charged by a cigarette lighter, which is going to be sweet. But a big power bank for long-term power storage, also very useful, but this one's a little pricey, it's about 300 quid, the other one's cheaper. Then I've also got 2 sets of solar panels in here, so this thing will charge that big ass battery. That if you can see the sun, it all depends if you can see the sun or not, but having a set of solar panels in your house for any kind of emergency preparedness is always a good idea, because electricity is going to be very important. And then if the sun fails, you've got this little generator, man. This is sweet, a silent generator, 2000 watt, runs on petrol, but you need to vent this to the outside so you don't carbon monoxide yourself, because that's also going to be important. And then I've also put this book in there, which is also going to be a good shout. It'll basically go through everything that you need to know about surviving a grid down situation and little tips and tricks, which is going to be sweet. And that free PDF download is in the link in my bio, and it's here. Get it for free. Comprehensive guide for prepping for an apocalypse in the UK, a nuclear attack on the UK. It's there. Download it, put your email address in, and I'll send it to you. And that's all the stuff that you need to survive an apocalypse, but obviously things like nappies and other stuff that you're going to need for the kids, entertainment, things like that, you need to start chucking in there as well. Because if this happens, right, it's going to be shit, I'm telling you. And also TikTok doesn't like these long form videos, even though my other videos have put 700 and something thousand views, but I'm going to be doing a lot more of this kind of stuff on my YouTube. So while you're on the link in my description, yeah, just go onto my YouTube and sign into there, because basically, or subscribe to that, because I'm going to be doing a lot more long form things like this. This video is already 8 minutes long on there.